My name is Bart. I served in the United States Army from 1988 to 1996. The first 3.5 years was active duty. The last 4.5 was with the Florida National Guard. I was stationed in Germany for 3 years with the 3rd Armored Division. And we participated in Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm in 1990 and 1991. I was with the 4th Squadron, 7th U.S. Cavalry during the ground war. After I got out of the active Army, I joined the Florida National Guard. My unit was down in Hurricane Andrew when that hit Florida, and we were down there for several months. I did the National Guard thing until 1996, and that was the end of my military service. My PTSD was getting the best of me, so I figured it was best to get out. And so I got out of the military after that. In 2017, a friend of mine called me, and he was going through the CreatiVets program at VCU in Virginia. And Richard was a one-man show at the time, and he was doing everything by himself. My buddy Nate called me and said, "Hey, are you interested in this program? They're doing an art school in Chicago for 3 weeks." A few hours later, Richard called me, told me about the program. I decided to go, and it was an awesome experience. It was one of the best experiences of my life, for help, in a sense, to deal with my PTSD and to get some issues straightened out. And since then, I've been a mentor on the art side of the CreatiVets program, and I do the Chicago classes every summer, and I run the ones at Houston and the Glazell School of Art there at the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston. I've been invited back to CreatiVets this week to participate in a program that George Strait is involved in, where we're doing art for guitars, and we each were given a song. The song I was given is "People Get Hurt Sometimes." This is chosen for me because I'm going through a divorce right now. It's a fitting song. So it's very personal and very emotional for me right now doing this project. So it was chosen, and I think it's a good pick. And so I'm working on my guitar, and it's going to be about, a couple and, starting off happy and married, and then how it ends up, how people get hurt and the world's come apart, and sort of like mine is. And so I'm really focusing to put a lot of my pain into this art project right now. And so I'm, very stoked to be here, even though I look like a nervous wreck. Don't think I could have asked for a better song to be given. The guitar I'm working on, I've beaten it up some. I started off with a nice finish on the back of it in a dark ebony. It goes into a red oak along the sides into the face of the guitar. The bottom end of the guitar is gonna be a very clean, nice slate, to say. The married couple starts out happy and everything's just perfect. And then as you work your way up towards the neck of the guitar, you're going to start seeing some damage here, some damage there, some repairs where things have been tried to be fixed in the past. Then as you get closer to the top of the guitar, around where the nut is on it and the neck is attached, there's some big holes and a lot of damage, and there's going to be a gentleman hanging on. So that's representing the song where he's talking about hanging on. I'm making an earth. I'm gonna have the earth where it's coming apart in several pieces to match part of the lyrics in the song about his world coming apart, or that person's world coming apart. I stain the neck almost all the way to the top of the head. That's gonna be polyurethane. And then the last several frets are raw naked wood, and they're gonna stay that way. I cut the head of the guitar off. I am going to have a leaf attached guitar string that is going to be drilled into the top of that neck where it was the head was cut off, to represent new growth. And that raw wood on the neck of the guitar is sort of like that, where you cut down a tree and that new growth starts. So that's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm starting out new and fresh, and a seed sprout from the ground. For me, it's emotional, so there's a lot of emotions wrapped up in this project too, and so I just think it's, when I was asked to do this, I was honored. It's just like I won the freaking lottery. So it's George Strait. I mean, it's George Strait. I hope what we produce, he enjoys looking at, and I hope he loves it, really. I hope this is one of the feathers in his caps in his career, this project, because this is something I'll always remember.